NASA is working on a risk analysis report on sending astronauts on the first flight of the most powerful rocket, the Space Launch System or SLS, in flight integrated with the Orion spacecraft. SLS is tipped to fly crews to Mars as well. NASA has established a 2018 takeoff plan for the Saturn V-class SLS with an unmanned Orion crew capsule to fly around the Moon. But there is an understanding that even if taking the crew on the flight would imply a certain delay, it will accelerate the first launch of the astronaut system set for 2021. The opportunities it could present to accelerate the effort of the first manned flight and what would be needed to achieve that first step of pushing humans further into space. NASA will finalize its report in 1 month. The launching plan for the rocket at the time does not involve astronauts on board until 2021. If astronauts have to be carried on board, the mission will be delayed in addition to escalating costs. This is an evaluation and not a decision, since the main mission of EM-1 is still a flight test without screwing. NASA's risk analysis will weigh all risks in the meantime. A recent report from the Aerospace Security Advisory Panel warned NASA that only compelling reasons should justify sending astronauts on the initial flight. The panel was set up after the Apollo 1 fire tragedy in 1967, in which 3 astronauts died during a countdown test. NASA usually tests rockets without people on board, with one exception being the flight debut space. After the Moon's orbit, the EM-1 will bring data to Earth to lay the groundwork for a Mars voyage of 1981 that took 2 pilots aboard. The capsule intended to carry the astronauts already had a space demo. Carrying souvenirs and toys without staff, the capsule approached an Earth orbit in 2014 after being fed by a Delta IV rocket. Exploration mission. When the Exploration Mission 1 test flight will be launched from the Kennedy Space Center for a period of 3 weeks. The ambition is to launch into the most powerful rocket in the world and fly farther than any spacecraft built for humans has ever flown.